The views and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff and management of WWDB-TV.
Whether she's walking the red carpet or doing interviews, you'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready, 'cause it's the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas, the #1 teen talk show. Today, I am so excited about my guest. I absolutely love him. He's been on here many times and truly like one of my favorite guests of all time. Just he's right here. And he's so unbelievable, and everyone truly just adores him, and so crazy talented. And I'm actually going to play a video that will explain a little bit more about him if you don't know, which I really can't imagine. Literally everyone in the world should know about you. But I have the one and only Michael Godard, so let's watch the video.
I've been labeled as the rock star of the art world. If I had to make a choice between the paintbrush and the drumstick, well, what I want to do is rock the art world. The fact that I paint a green circle and a red circle and get to have fun with it is amazing to me. I mean, I paint olives for a living. I'm the olive guy. I played in bands from the time I was 12 years old all the way up until I was in my, I would say, late 30s, and I still love to dabble in music. I've always loved music, and now I get to hang out with real rock stars and entertainers. And many of my closest friends are musicians and rock stars who play in these huge arenas, and it is so much fun. I've been coming to Vegas since I was really young. The reason you see a lot of gambling themes in my painting is because of that early influence of Vegas. And I remember as a kid, we didn't have anything. So when I got to draw, it was on paper sacks, the ones we got from the grocery store, and on the corners of newspapers. The journey as an artist has been quite an incredible one. I remember going to a gallery and having 2 children and saying, if I don't sell something tonight, I literally do not get to eat this week. And I remember schlepping my stuff on the side of the road and thinking to myself, you know what? Nobody knows that this car I'm standing next to is actually where I'm living right now. This is what has kept me grounded. I never forget that. The most important thing I could tell you that I do with my life is my philanthropy. And they're incredible foundations I work with. My art is the vehicle that takes me to a place where I can do something. If you know anything about me, you know that my paintings aren't just thrown together. There's a lot of thought goes into it. Besides all the goofy, math, nerdy stuff, I like to hide things in the painting. I like paintings that make you think a little bit. The more you delve into the painting, the deeper you get in it, the more things you'll find. It's epic to me to think that, you know, going from just coloring in coloring books, trying to, you know, draw outside of the lines, to now having over 4,000 products with my images on it. Everything from surfboards to poker chip sets, watches, bar taps. It's crazy, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Yes, that's right, Mr. Michael Godard. Oh my goodness. Oh my, yes.
I've got issues.
No,
but you know me for a long time, so we'll just roll with it.
No, I absolutely adore you. You are just like the nicest person in the world.
Second nicest person in the world. You're the nicest person. I'm second nicest, but as long as I'm in the top 5, I'm good.
Oh, there you go. That's all. Agree to disagree. But like I said, you were just like so unbelievably talented. And honestly, I was telling you this before. Literally 2 days ago, I was going through all my photos and I saved one of your pictures from literally 13 years ago to my phone. It was like on my very first phone ever. And I was so, because I loved your work. Like, truly, I just always loved you. And you're so talented. And you have the coolest, like, paintings I've ever seen. I mean, you're just really amazing.
You know, I just got back from Canada 2 days ago. And
awesome.
I was with there was a girl that came up with her mom. And she goes, you know, I have loved your artwork for such a long time. I go, well, how long? And she goes, well, since I was 4. And I go, well, how old are you now? She goes, I'm 22. I thought, oh my gosh, I feel so old. But, you know, the downside of it is a lot of times, you know, because, you know, I paint my little martinis and things. Sometimes the school will call and they say, hey, listen, do we have a problem at home because your 5-year-old is drawing martini glasses in class?
Oh my God.
And, there is a dark side. Like I'm not trying to promote little kids, but you know what's so funny, Corey? They get so excited about like bringing their little pictures in. So there was like two little kids that came in, and one was a little girl. It had to be anything, maybe like 4 or 5 years old, and she had drawn a picture of a martini with a bunch of olives and done it in her own colors, but you know, with the black background and all that. And I thought, wow, how cool is that? That they, you know, the thing about it is most of the time they don't want to give me their pictures because they did it.
Right.
They just want me to sign it. So I have to tell them, okay,
The
next
smart
time.
kid.
Right? Yeah. And then I tell them, I go, well, listen, you know, I'm going to hang this up in my studio if you'll give it to me, and then I'll draw something for you. So most of the time I end up drawing them a little picture of Elsa. That's always a home
I'm
run.
sure that.
I let it go.
There you go.
If I hear it one more time, I'll probably go crazy. But yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Canada was supposed to be cold, and when we got, when Leanne and I got off the airplane, it was like 6 degrees. So I was,
Oh, wow.
and I'm dressed like I am now in shorts, and I was freezing.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I was cold.
Oh my
goodness. Like 2 hours later, the sun came out. It was nice and warm. So
Oh, cool.
who knows? I don't know. But yeah, that's
It sounds like
my life
Vegas
in a day.
weather.
Right? Oh gosh, I know.
Our
right?
weather's bipolar too. So.
You know, the weird thing about it is now we have a hockey team.
Oh, I love our nights. That's
Right.
yes.
So how bizarre is it that, you know, Las Vegas, in the middle of, you know, in summertime, 120 degrees, that we have ice and have a hockey team?
Exactly.
It's like, where do they get the good fish? You know, it's like, we don't have any. Well, we have Lake Mead, but I don't know if I'd eat any fish from Lake Mead.
I don't think I would either. No.
But yeah, and then we just did a commercial actually for the Nights like a couple weeks ago, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really fun. We did like this Cheers parody where one person in the room is a whole bunch of celebrities got together and random people and stuff, and then they started to do this thing where one person starts to tap and go to next thing you know, the next person catches on, then it's, you know, 3 people, 5 people, and then the whole room, and then it goes into kind of like a you know that Queen song?
Yeah.
And then everyone starts, go Knights, go. Anyways,
How
I haven't
cool.
seen it because I can't afford the tickets but to the show. But no, I think it's kind of
Very
crazy,
expensive.
right? I love Vegas, though, don't you? You've been there forever,
yeah.
so.
I was born and raised here, so it's my home. I love Vegas. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
I don't know anything different.
Right? And you got that Vegas accent, which is like, well, I don't know if Vegas has an accent.
I don't know if they do. I hope.
Cha-ching! Maybe that's at the end of every
sounds like
sentence,
a
right?
good accent. So, yeah. But no, you were just, how long have you been in Vegas for?
I've been in Vegas, well, honestly, when I was way, way, way before you were born, like back in the days of black and white TV. No, my grandparents lived here in the 50s and 60s, and my grandfather worked at the Nevada test site. So when I was born, like in 1987, when I was born, we would come up and visit my grandparents here, and they lived in Spring Valley. And so we would come up since I was a teeny tiny toddler. Teeny tiny toddler. I wonder if I could say that 5 times
It could be a tongue
fast.
twister, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah, we're thinking the same. Great minds think alike.
That's right.
And so I've been coming up here since I was a toddler. And then when my parents divorced and my dad moved up here to Vegas, and so I went to Clark High School for a little while, and then I went to UNLV, and I discovered this thing called gambling, and suddenly my dad's like, you're not going to school, you're going back to California. But anyway, so, and then I came back again, and now I've been living here since 2003, 2004. So,
gotcha.
but I mean, it just feels like home to me. I
Yeah.
can't imagine going back to California. It's nice, but I mean, California really, it's only what, 3 hours away, 4 hours
Exactly.
away.
That's what's so cool. Vegas, it's like it's in the middle of everything, so like
Right.
you're 5 hours from anywhere, basically.
Yeah, and you know, people don't realize, like, there's literally, you got Mount Charleston if you want to go like hiking or skiing.
15 minutes down the road,
Right.
then Lake Mead,
Lake Mead.
the casinos
Also-
downtown, everything. It's perfect. You have everything.
Yeah, but the only problem is if you like casinos, Vegas is probably not a good place to live.
Right. Well, see, that's my problem. I play little slot machines on my phone,
Yeah.
and I'm not 21 yet, so I can't gamble, thank God, because
Right.
if I did, I'd probably be a gambling
Listen,
addict, so I'm like, I
yeah.
can't go gambling
Beginner's
at all.
luck is what they always say, right?
Right.
Beginner's luck. The first time you win, then you get hooked. And then, you know,
Yes.
and that's what happened to me. I was 18, 19 years old. I won really big, but then I lost it all on one bet. But regardless, I never would have made it out of the casino. I don't know
Right.
who I was fooling, but ever since then, I've always loved, still loved to gamble. And, you know, even at home, like on my Xbox, I'm playing poker. So,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I try and keep all my gambling here. Sometimes I'll do it on the cruise ships that we go on and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, it's good. That's good.
No, it's
dangerous. It's a dangerous hobby when you live here.
Yeah,
Just
that's
being
true.
honest.
But you are always so busy, and you're always traveling everywhere, and because of your art and everything. And honestly, that's what's so cool is. Everyone can resonate with your art, and like it's just so much fun. But you also have beautiful that aren't even olives. Like you have beautiful paintings as well.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I did a few recently where I try and show people that I can do other things. Like if you look at some like the album covers I've done and things like that, there's no olives, there's no alcohol or whatever. It's just, you know, it's about, I don't know, just it's about something else. So I recently did a painting that's called Two Birds in Paradise, and it's the birds. Well, it's birds in paradise. You know, the colorful.
Right.
Okay. So, but you know, I did hide like little subtle things in it. So there's a female and a male.
That's what's so cool about it too.
Right? And so, you know, so she is holding, the female in the picture is holding on to two wine glasses. But unless you look closely, you don't realize that those leaves are her arms. But as soon as you see it, then you can't unsee it. And then the male, of course, is, you know, kind of like this, and he's resting up against the glass. And I was telling people, you know, it's kind of weird that in the animal kingdom, the males are the good-looking ones. Now, not in real life. Like, I could never be as cute as you, but I'm just saying, you know, in the animal world, it's like the peacock is the male, right? He's the one with all the feathers. And the ducks, it's the mallard. He's got the green, beautiful, whatever. And then in real life, it's like, look at me and then look at you. Really? Okay, that's only the animal kingdom. But, yeah, so it's really a fun painting. And it's surprising how many people get the painting and don't really realize that there's some little hidden things, you know, in it.
Yeah.
If it's alcohol related, I tell them the more you drink, the more you see.
There you go.
Right.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
No, but you're completely wrong. First of all, I had to say you're the rock star of the art world, obviously, as everyone knows. But your whole look is always so cool and stuff, and you're always awesome. I don't know. It's
well,
like
I don't know. Cool. You know, my daughter says I'm Dad. You're so 80s, but I don't know. The
80s are coming back. So
Thank you.
Perfect.
Right? Like if you wait long enough, they say your shoes, pants, whatever, they come back into fashion.
That's
so
right.
I'm coming back. I like that. I'm going to keep that, Corey.
There
I like
you
that.
go.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm coming back into style.
You're the one
now.
who brought it back. There you go. That's how you're the trendsetter.
I was with Motley Crue in Utah, and the opening band for them was Alice Cooper, and it was during summertime. It was really, really hot, and I said, "So how is Alice enjoying, you know, the shows and all that?" He goes, "You know what? You know, he doesn't like being a daytime guy because he's got all this theatrical stuff that he likes to do at night." They said, "But you know, he's really loving it because he said, you know, for when he first came out, he was a huge, you know, gigantic rock star everywhere. Then kind of everybody kind of forgot about him, and now it's cool to like Alice Cooper again. So the 80s are coming back, and all these younger generations, you know, like yourself or whatever, are starting to listen to some of the older music and really enjoy it. So he goes, you know, I'm bigger now than I was back in, you know, the 70s and 80s. So it's kind of crazy how that makes a full circle. So,
yeah, my mom raised me on all of them, so I've always been obsessed with it.
So oh, well, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, I think that that one of the things about, you know, kind of coming back or whatever is that hopefully, you know, well, my problem is that I look so 80s that literally if I go out, people think
don't look that 80s. No, you
they
don't.
think
You
I'm
look
Bret
cool.
Michaels. They think I look like, you know, I'm always somebody. I was like, hey, can I take a picture with you? Yeah, sure. I know you're somebody. Well, listen, technically everybody's somebody, right? So,
but you're Michael Godard. They know you.
Well, when they actually know me, like we were in Israel not too long ago, and I think it was by the Wailing Wall, and a big group of people came up and they said, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're here. Can we take pictures?" And I'm thinking, okay, they think I'm Nikki Sixx, they think I'm somebody, and they go, "Oh no, you're Michael Godard, like you're a favorite." So I thought it was a really nice compliment. It made me kind of feel like, wow, and somebody likes me that actually knows who I am. So.
Oh, well, I have to tell you a story. My mom, like, I swear to God, no one can get pictures of her. Nobody. Like, for my graduation, that's one of the only pictures I have of us together because she never takes pictures.
Yeah.
And then we went, how I first met you is you were doing your signing for your alcohol.
Yes.
And my mom found out, and I was like, oh my God, we had to go. We had to meet Michael. You are literally the first person, like, she's ever taken a picture with because she loves you so much. And, like, honestly, you're just so crazy talented, and everyone loves you. Like, really. And you're such a good heart, too. Yeah. So it was so cool. You're literally the first person she's taking a picture
Corey,
with.
I'm just going to let you know right now, I'm kind of a dangerous person to hang out with, too, because I kind of come with a disclaimer that means, like, if we're out and, the two of us and we're hanging out, whatever, and something crazy happens, you might end up as a strawberry in one of my paintings and say, you know what? Wait a minute. That's me in that painting because there's no other way to explain it. So,
Well, that's cool. I'd love to be a strawberry.
Well, you know what? I think you'd make a great strawberry. So, yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, your beautiful fiance too. Just Leah, absolutely stunning. She's here right now, and she's just so stunning. You guys are like the perfect couple I've ever seen.
She's so out of my league, and her eyesight's super bad. She's been legally blind for the last 12 years, and I've kind of taken advantage of that. And no, we're having fun. We're actually getting married in October. So if she could tolerate me for that long, I might actually. Yeah. And so if I invite you to the wedding, are you going to come?
Oh, my God. Of course. Yes? I don't care what I have planned. I am going.
Boom, shakalaka. It's on.
Oh, my God. I'd be so honored.
You said it in public. It's on tape. It's on record. Corey Taylor will be at the wedding.
Oh, my God. I don't care what happens. I will be there.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, that's official then. Mark it down.
No, but honestly, I have to say, I always follow your videos and everything. I love your live streams and everything. Yeah. But you guys, you could tell you both have such good hearts and you're such good people. And that's a very rare thing. And you're both very successful. And that's awesome. Yeah. And it's so rare to stay grounded and so humble. So, I mean, that's really, you're just the perfect couple.
Well, I always figure, I put my eyeliner the same one that you do, same way that you do. So, who am I? I'm nobody special. I just really enjoy, having a good time and making people smile. And I mean, it's like what you do with your show. I mean, I think when you can connect with people that way and it really resonates with them, then they feel connected to you. And I know you too, like being a public figure. I think a lot of people get to know you because you put yourself out there and you're an honest person, you're genuine, and people get that. Like nowadays, you can't just say something. People are so used to scripted TV shows and all that. They can immediately pick up on whether you're being genuine or not. And that's one thing that I've always loved about you. You spit it out. You say what you really feel, and everything does not have to be 100% perfect. And I mean, and it certainly isn't with me. I'm about 50%, especially when I can't spell anything right according to Siri. She misunderstands everything I say. So but it's nice when you're genuine, and if you can keep that way, no matter what happens to you, people recognize that. I think they can see right through BS these days, and like when they listen to you and all that, they know you're being real and keeping it on the real, and it's kind of it's really cool because not everybody's that way. You can meet celebrities who aren't that way, and you can.
You've met a lot. I'm sure you've met a lot too.
Really?
More than I ever have.
Who does he think he is? Like seriously? Pull your head out. Whatever that means, but you know what I'm saying. But I think that's a quality that I see in you, and I think that's why you're still going and going so strong. Plus, obviously, you're so passionate about what you do, and you don't just do this. You do so many things. I mean, you've got your own set of talents that actress, and this thing that we're going to do with the short films.
I wanted to bring that up. Yes.
Oh my! I'm so excited. Thank you.
Oh my! Well, first of all, I had to say thank you so much too, because I mean, like I said, everyone just adores you, and I was hoping you would, and I was like, oh, maybe we should ask him. I was like, I don't know, he's always so busy, but you were so cool enough to the 48 Hour, which I've talked about before. I'm co-producing this year, and it's awesome.
Producer.
Yeah.
Hello. What else does she do? You know how many hats she has? Enough to fill this whole room, and it's a big room. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
No.
Yeah.
But I was like, maybe we should ask him. I was like, he probably won't. I understand. He's always busy. And you were not only did you agree to do it, but you were so excited. And like I said, that was so cool. You were so honored to be, which is crazy, because I was like, oh my God, I would do anything for him to judge it.
Oh,
and
thank
everyone,
you.
No, and everyone was so excited. Like, you got Michael Godard to judge it. And like, everyone was so, like, so cool, because you're just amazing.
Well,
and
I love how you support the arts. I mean, I mean, I'm the visual arts, but still, you.
We're all connected, yeah.
No, we're all connected, and it's all, you know. But I mean, to give those people your time and help, you know, push them, and just give somebody a chance who maybe wouldn't, you know, have a chance. And I'm going to be watching a lot of movies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They might only be 8 or 10 minutes. You know, I subscribe to the independent, the Sundance channel, anyways.
Oh, there you go.
I love watching short films. In fact, even on Netflix, they'll have a little thing. We just saw something last week, and Leanne can't stand scary movies, but I also know, here's a little trick. So I also know that because she falls asleep, every movie we watch, she falls asleep, and I got to tell her the ending. But if it's scary, oh my gosh, then she stays up for the whole thing. So I came across this little thing. It was like 17 scary, dark stories, you know, whatever. And I'm like, boom, that's like the perfect thing for me, because they're short, they're sweet. She gets to see the ending, you know, and I don't have, like, my knuckles aren't turning white from her squeezing my hands, you know. So, yeah, but I love short films. I think that's awesome, especially... you know, sometimes I've seen different contests where they only have so many hours to produce the movie, right? Kind of like how this is, right? I mean, that really puts a lot of pressure on them, and they've really, I mean, they've either got what it takes or they don't, and there's so many obstacles, obviously. Yeah. Like, what are you gonna do for a script, and what's it gonna be about? And literally, you know, you got 2 days. Pressure.
Well, that's how I even got started in acting in the first place. Was the 48 Hour Film Festival. So it's cool to do like a whole round circle thing. And but it's so intense, and it's crazy, and you got people that are brand new, this is the first thing they're ever doing, and you got people that are in Hollywood and they just wanted to do something fun in the free weekend. So I mean, you've got so many different things, and that's what's cool about it.
I think it's going to be I think I'm going to have a lot of fun, and I'm going to eat a lot of popcorn. I'm going to eat a lot of toothpicks.
That's how you do it.
You know what? Let me ask you something. This is like, you know, kind of off the record, but isn't movie popcorn the best popcorn?
Oh, there's nothing compared to.
What is it?
I had to tell you, Orville Redenbacher, I think that's how you say it.
That's it. Good popcorn, right?
Well, no, they have this white popcorn. It's white butter, I think, or so. It's like so good. Like it's very comparable to the movie theater. Like it's the closest I've ever found to at home.
I'm glad I'm not the only one, because I thought I had issues.
No.
Just getting ready to talk to my therapist, and I said, listen, the last time I went, even with movie popcorn, now they have like the truffle cheese or all the different flavors you can add to it.
It's so cool. You got so many options.
I mean, if
or you can put the M&Ms in it. I mean, you got so many things.
Oh, I know. It's like, what are those things like that you go to now where you make your own yogurt or ice cream, but you pick all your own toppings? And, you know, it's kind of fun. But now popcorn's going to be the same way, where you can just add all this. Popcorn, you're making me hungry. Stop it.
I know, me too. I haven't eaten anything this whole day.
But I mean, what goes better with movies than popcorn? And obviously, and I'm not big on carbonated drinks, but let's see, one time I enjoy either Pepsi or Coke is with my super salty popcorn that's making me thirsty.
Exactly.
Right?
No, it's a combination. You got it.
It
you
is,
have to have
right?
a Coke and a popcorn.
Yeah. I know. My daughter, my 24-year-old's been telling me that something's called Netflix and chill, but I'm trying to stay off of that subject completely because I don't understand. But anyways, it's not about popcorn at that point. It's about kissing. So, all right. Anyways, next subject. Sorry, it's the dad in me. I just totally went off in some new direction. I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's how your mind works. There you go.
It is how my mind works. Reel it in.
No, that's what I wanted, really, especially today, to get into more what's behind the olives and the real man behind it and everything. So.
Well, I love telling stories about, life as it happens. And, if you want to know what's going on in my life, easily just look at a painting. So if you want to know what I did, tomorrow, or no, I can't say that. If tomorrow you want to know what I did today, you might see a picture of, 2 microphones in front of a beautiful strawberry and this wonderful olive with a cowboy hat on. And then boom,
that.
right? Like you just say, well, that's, I know what he's up to. But I think the other fun things, it's really happy art. I think our world needs it. I mean,
exactly. I couldn't agree more.
Good grief. I mean, you can't even turn on the news without being depressed by this, that, whatever.
Exactly.
So part of it's about being happy art. But the funny thing is like when I'm coming up with my crazy paintings or whatever, I really don't know who's going to enjoy it or if anyone is. I'm just doing it for me, just kind of, get it out. And then, if somebody likes it, well, really? Oh, they really like that one. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So it's a lot of fun.
I got to tell you, I don't know where you're getting that from because I have never seen something that you've done that I haven't liked. Like,
really?
Honestly, all your stuff is really, because it's all unique and you throw little things in there too. So it's not just like a base, like it's very cool. And I mean, you can look at them for hours and find different stuff. I mean, it's really unique.
I like to, I did, Thomas Kincaid, the late Thomas Kincaid who passed away. I toured with him for a little while, and he used to do 2 things in his paintings. He would hide his wife's initial, which her name was Nancy, hide a little N in it, and then somewhere in his paintings he would have a number. Now the number was something that told you how many ends were hidden. So if you saw the number 11, you tried to find 11 ends of the painting.
Wow.
And I just thought, how fun is that? It's like, where's Waldo?
Right.
In the olive world or whatever. But I kind of like stole that from him a little bit. And I like to put little messages in it. And I don't know. I think that's a lot of fun. And then at the same time, still do something really good with it. And sometimes the paintings are serious. Sometimes like Memorial Day is coming up, and whether it's Veterans Day or whatever, I will try and paint something that has to do with our vets, so that it's significant. And then other times it'll just be for fun. It'll be just whimsical. I just recently did a parody on Breaking Bad. Except for mine was Baking Bad. So Walter and his little sidekick were wearing chef's hats as olives, and all their ingredients to cook, instead of cooking meth, these guys were actually, baking things. So they had flour and they had eggs and they had the trailer next to it. And it was so ridiculous, but I had so much fun doing it. Making my own little twist on it. So. Yeah, so it's been fun, and then I've been still doing a lot of the charity stuff, but the olives are kind of fun because I can still paint whatever I want to paint. Of course. So even though it has an olive in it, it's like, I can paint, the knights or whatever.
Right.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'll have to show you something after we're done. So I just did a painting for the knights that is I did with 18 karat gold and diamond dust, and when you look at it, it like sparkles, and I love sparkles.
Oh, how awesome! Oh, I love sparkles. That's my favorite.
Well, who doesn't love sparkles?
Even my eyeshadow sparkles. I love sparkles.
It does sparkle. Yeah. See. And oh my gosh, I gotta say something funny, but this is between you and I. Okay. You guys can't listen to this part. Okay, just close your ears right now. So, the other day, this is a couple weeks ago, not the other day, but a couple weeks ago, I was in our restroom closet, whatever, not restroom closet. What do you call it? Our bathroom. Oh my gosh, really? Was it that hard to get out? Okay.
Restroom works.
Okay, thank you. I was in the bathroom, and the light was shining down on my head. And I saw all this glitter in my hair, and I go, where the heck did one of the kids break their toys? Right. And I ended up with, Elsa's glitter in my hair, one of their fairies break apart. And it's early in the morning, like my eyes are all foggy, and I say, Leanne, come here, you gotta tell me what's going on. Where did I get all this glitter in my hair? And she goes, honey, that's not glitter, that's gray. And I'm like, oh, you did not just say that. I go, it is not. It is not. And literally, I looked, and I have a few little tiny gray hairs that are popping up, and they literally look like glitter in my hair. And
well, that's cool. Well,
it's cool, but
I've
never been the same since. I was devastated. Like, I literally was crying before we came in here with I went through, like I told your mom, I said, I need another box of Kleenex because I just remembered a tragic story from last week. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful.
No, and gray always looks good on guys. They always do. They do.
Yeah, I don't know.
They
Well,
look
thank
like
you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I look like I just got your eyeshadow all over my hair. Yeah, wonderful.
Hey, that's cool.
I wouldn't mind. It's okay. I just say, hey, it's Corey's, whatever.
right.
Did a radio show with her, and now, I got a little bit of her glitter, and she has that kind of effect on everybody.
That's
so,
right.
I'm going to add that to the painting, too. There we go. There'll be glitter in that painting.
Oh, my goodness. Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Couldn't get any better.
Well, yeah.
And I do have to ask, what was the whole, why did you get olives? How did that come about?
I had a friend of mine who, it was his birthday, and he said, you know what, Godard? He goes, you know what, it's my birthday's coming up. You paint stuff for everybody else. You need to paint a painting for me. So I said, I'll tell you what, I'll paint a painting for you, but because I'm so broke, I still have to charge you. No, it's your birthday. Honest to God truth.
Of course.
So he goes, well, listen, he goes, you're never serious, so I would love for you to paint something with olives in it, and with 2 olives in it with some arms and some legs, or I don't know, just something, make it fun. He didn't actually suggest the arms and legs. I did that on my own. From the warped, radiation leak from the Nevada test site. And so I start doing this painting, and I have these olives, and I add arms and legs to them, and they're jumping into the martini glass, and you're like having a party.
Yeah.
And I'm about maybe 75% through the painting, and my aunt comes over, and she goes, wow, what is this? And I go, oh, it's this thing I'm doing for a friend. She goes, oh my gosh, I love it. And it's like you've animated these little olives. And then she goes, you know what? I'm your aunt. You have never painted anything for me. And you know what? I'm a wine drinker. So you know what? You need to do something with grapes for me. Now, how can I say no, right? So I said, okay. So I painted these 3 grapes for her that were all taking a sobriety test, right? Trying to walk a straight line. And with a policeman giving them a ticket. And I enjoyed it so much that I thought, you know what? It could be a dentist office. It could be at a horse race.
Exactly.
It could be right here in a studio.
Talk show.
It could be, right? Like it could be anything. So, and now I've been doing it ever since. So now I think it's going on like probably 20 years.
Wow.
Well, the crazy thing is, I mean, if you'd asked me when I was little, what would you like to be when you grow up, right? Which all kids could ask. I would have said, well, yeah, fireman, astronaut, a guy who paints olives? I don't think so. And now when people come up to me and they say, so what do you do? And I say, I paint. Oh, commercial or residential? No. I'm a painter, like in a gallery. Oh, okay. So what do you paint? And I go, I paint olives. I paint olives. That sounds so weird, Corey. No. It really does.
No, but when you say that to everyone's like, oh, the olive guy. Because everyone has seen your paintings because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, they're literally on cruise ship, they're in hotel, they're bar, everywhere you go, there's always. Because they're the best.
It's so odd to me. And sometimes I'll talk to people and say, wait a minute. Are you that olive guy? And then once they get it, they go, oh my gosh, I know your work. Like my friend has some, or I have some, or, and then it becomes really fun. But, until then, I always am kind of like, just a tiny bit embarrassed. Like I'm not a legit artist because I paint
You're
little olives.
You're a very legit artist.
Well,
very legit.
You know what? I'll tell you, Corey, and I'm going to just tell you and your viewers and listeners this, and this is something I never share with anybody, but I know that a lot of people think my job is really, really easy. It is so hard to get an olive to hold still for an entire painting.
I can't even imagine.
You have no idea. It just, they want to run off and go have martinis and go play. They're playful. Yeah, the strawberries, they're a little bit more relaxed. They just like to stand around.
They're just like
show off their legs, or try on new clothes, or whatever. So.
Well, Michael, I always see these and I always think of you. So I just had to get these for you. They're just little to-go olive packs, and every time I get one, I always think of you. So I was like, I have to buy him one of these because
this is so nice, and yet at the same time so cruel, because you know what Corey's giving me? She gave me olives with all their arms and legs cut off.
Oh my goodness!
They're all amputee olives. That is so sad yet so beautiful at the same time. She has saved them, and they will take on a new life. I will display this proudly in my refrigerator until I eat you and become a cannibal, right? Because they're my models.
That's right.
Thank you, Corey.
Oh, Corey.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. No, every time I get them, I always think of you. I was like, I had to bring in this little olive.
You're so fun. Oh, I love it. Wow, I love it. Bold flavor on the go.
That's right.
Pimento stuff. These guys are even stuffed. So they cut she cut the arms and legs off, then she stuffed them with pimento.
That could be your next one, a serial killer.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like that.
That would be good, actually.
I like that. Kind of spooky. kind of spooky. Well, you know what'll happen? All these shows have been coming on about the paranormal. Like everything's about paranormal.
I'm obsessed with it.
Oh,
yeah.
so is Leanne. And every night it's like haunted house, America's Most Haunted, like crazy stuff. I'm probably gonna go to sleep. This thing will probably open itself, and these olives will be dancing around the bed, going ha 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 ha, and I'll be all freaked out and end up back in the hospital again. And who knows? This time I hope they don't keep me as long. But still, it's kind of your fault because it's olives like this. They could sneak out. But
course.
thank you. Thank you for the gift.
Of course.
So
Oh,
very
absolutely.
kind of you.
Are you
So very
kidding me?
kind.
No,
Sorry, guys. She really does love me and you too. She's saving your lives. Yeah.
That's right.
Adopt. I know there was a guy here earlier who did pet adoption, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm thinking, maybe we should do like an olive adoption for the olives that just,
Like instead of pet rocks, you can have pet olives.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness.
I
there
love
you
that
go.
idea. And grapes too, because grapes
Yes.
they always get smushed up and put into a wine glass, but I'm sure that deep in their minds they would all love to grow up to be old raisins.
I'm sure.
They don't want to be all.
Of course not.
No, Corey, you get me.
I do.
High
I
five,
got
girl.
you.
Thank you. You do. This is so nice. Thank you.
I know.
It's not even my birthday. How cool is that?
No, but you're just the best. And I do want to talk a little bit about you do tons of stuff for charity too.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, that goes on the whole, you're a really genuinely good person. So how did you get involved with all these charities? And you're always helping them, always.
I want to say the very first charity I was ever aware of was the Freemasons. And the reason is because my grandfather was a Mason. And I remember when I was a little kid, 4, 5, 6 years old, whatever, and we had a flat tire, and within 2 minutes somebody pulled over and helped us out. And I said, Grandpa, I go, do you know him? He says, no, he's a Mason. I go, what's a Mason? He goes, you see that sticker on the back of the car? It's it's when we do good stuff for other people, and it all comes back. So that was my first exposure. And then the other thing I'll tell you about the Masons is that, and they're kind of like the Lions Club and the Rotary Club. They do so much stuff that's under the radar.
I was gonna say, I just found out the Masons help a lot of people, and they donate more money to so many charities and any other religious organization or anything like that. It's really amazing.
It is, and they don't, they normally don't brag about it or anything.
No.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And then the other cool thing is, if you go into if I went into my grandfather's closet, he had this red cap that had all these things on it. A fez.
Right,
That's what it was. It was a fez. Remind me of the Flintstones, way before your time, but still.
No, I love the Flintstones. You get
Okay,
it?
well, you probably watch reruns then.
Yeah.
Anyway, but but still, but that was kind of my first exposure to it. And then after that, being involved in church and stuff was a lot of it too, because the church is always doing different things, and they would do maybe on Thanksgiving, help with the homeless and serve turkey dinners and all that. And then of course later on it just kind of just expanded. Now it's pretty much anybody can come to me and say, hey, listen, we donate to this or we donate to that, and it might be anything from school supplies to the homeless to whatever. And now I've been with St. Jude for the last 4 or 5 years, and that's been amazing too.
They're incredible,
so you give. And I think it comes back basically, so that's kind of like my other thing. That's what balances out my karma from being such a naughty boy when I was younger. Yeah. So now I'm trying to get all those points back and say, oh, see, I really am a good boy now.
That's right.
So, yeah. Yeah.
No, you're a great guy. Great.
Well, I mean, when I was young, I was not so good, and my thing was, no matter what I did, I always got caught. So when I was a child, and your mom could probably relate to this, not you, and I don't mean to keep referring to the Corey teenage talk show, but I'm just saying that when I was young, they used to call the house if you didn't show up for school.
Right.
So I remember the first time I ever played hooky. Now, I mean, it's the first time I ever ditched. Sorry. Okay, first time I ever ditched. They called the house and they said, did you know that Michael's not in school today? I go, yes. He's very sick. And they go, well, what's wrong? He has a sore throat and a stomach ache, and he's running a fever. And they go, okay, so he's not going to be at school today? Oh, no. Who am I speaking to? This is my dad. Oops. not the brightest bulb on the Christmas tree, okay? And that's been the story of my life. So literally, you know, Leanne could be like, will you wait for me to have dinner? Yes, honey, I promise I will. And then I'll be like starving. I'll run to Jack in the Box. I know. You know, sorry, I'm stuck in traffic. I run to Jack in the Box, come back. Did you eat without me? And then I just got like a little light snack. I'm like, no, of course not, honey. Well, then why do you have taco shells all over your shirt? Oops.
What's this receipt right here?
And that's the story. So I just realized I'm better off just being honest, because if I don't, I get caught. So
right,
yeah.
There you
So
go.
now I'm trying to do this charity and do the different charities. We had one, I think this weekend. Well, we had two. One was for the SPCA, NSPCA, which is the Nevada No Kill Dog Shelters, and then the other one was a poker tournament, and it was for. Okay, I'm going blank. We'll have to come back to that. But lots of stuff like that. I'm a little bit tired.
I'm sure you're always crazy. Always crazy.
We just went to Vietnam, Thailand.
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, where else did we go? We're getting ready to go. This week I go to Spain, and then we go to, I think, Paris. Then we go to Ireland and Scotland.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And sometimes I swear, the other night, this is so funny. This has never happened before, but maybe kind of it has, but never mind. Anyway, so we went out to a casino, and we were celebrating my daughter's birthday, and we were super tired afterwards.
Right.
So we said, let's just get a room here. And literally both of us woke up in the morning, and we did not know where we were. We're like, what city are we in? Are we on a cruise ship? What state are we in? Are we overseas? We did not know. And it was
so
like,
funny.
Oh, I mean, it happens so often that I'm
sure.
just like, yeah. It's not bad, though.
No, it's
good.
awesome.
It's a good thing.
And you do so many different things. I have to tell you, the little necklaces you had, the olive necklaces, they're the cutest things I have ever seen in my life. They're adorable.
Yeah, I know the artist.
Yeah, do you? Do you? I heard he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's semi cool. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, he's good. But my butt is vibrating. Oh, my phone. I forgot to turn it off. Sorry, Corey. Didn't mean to say that out loud. But whatever.
Hey.
Isn't it funny how no matter where you go, it could be in a restaurant, whatever, everybody's on their phone?
Yeah.
Like literally, there'll be two people like sitting to have dinner, or
and no one's talking to each other. They're just on their phone.
So let me ask you, on a scale from 1 to 10, you got to be honest.
Okay.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how fast of a texter would you rate yourself?
I'm really not that fast. I mean, I can type faster than a lot of people, but I'm really slow, honestly.
Okay, so you're up above like a 6 or a 7. Right?
Yeah,
okay.
6, 7.
I'm still like this. Then I discovered this little thing.
You gotta do the two-handed, the two thumbs.
Are you kidding? Oh, that would speed up things, right? Using two hands instead of one. I have one hand holding it, and then I'm like this. Although I do a lot of stuff with my thumb. My daughter Maddie, literally, she'll go like this, and she doesn't even have to look.
Oh, I'm not that good.
Oh, I'm not that good either. I'm like, anybody who's that good seriously has a texting problem, right?
Probably.
Yeah. But you know, the other funny thing is all the picture taking, right? Because the cameras keep getting better and better. There's all these apps, and but it'll take me 20 minutes. If she wants a picture taken of her, it'll take me like 20 minutes because it has to look perfect. Right. And she's like, Dad, I don't like that. Oh, I look fat in that picture. Or, oh, my face looks too dark on that side. Or, oh, the lighting's uneven. Like, literally, I'll take picture after picture after picture and go, oh my gosh. Then when I'm done taking the picture and he likes it, that's only the beginning. Then she takes it and she face tunes it, and then she, takes it through aviary. She does all this stuff, and by the time she's done, I'm like, what the heck? And I'm going, who is this supermodel? And she's like, oh, Dad, that was just me on a good day. And I'm thinking, I thought I took that picture, but, but I mean, she knows how to make herself look good. She knows what she likes. And, I know the first thing you got to start out is going like this. Start with the duck lips. I don't really know how to do duck lips very well, but
I can't do them either.
Yeah. And then I do know now not to do pictures like this.
Oh, you have to do them up angle. You have to.
Which is why they have those the sticks, right? The sticks.
Yes.
So, yeah.
They're meant to be with friends, but you don't need friends. You just need it to be up high.
Right, yeah, up high. So that's what I like, when I go take pictures at a art show like we did this weekend. Leanne's really tall, and then when she puts her heels on, she's like 7'8". So, and so when she takes pictures, all the pictures, I go, wow, I really like the pictures this weekend. It's because she's taking the pictures and she's tall. Yeah.
There you go.
But, I look totally different, and I look, whatever. Otherwise, it's complicated. It's a tough world we live in. I'm telling you.
It is. It's competition.
And
to the
how are
max.
you at selfies on a 1 to 10?
I wish I was better. I just, like, even when you see me, because I take a lot of selfies of celebrities and stuff,
Right.
they're just not that good.
Well,
They're
I have
really
an advantage
not.
over you. Mine is that I have monkey arms. Like, literally, my arm is like a
Right.
selfie stick.
Well,
So
I
it has
usually,
out there.
if I'm with guys and they're a lot taller than me, I'm like, can you take it? Because then they're a
Oh,
lot
of course,
taller
you're like,
and stuff.
can you take it?
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
No,
oh,
but
that's
they
funny.
do. They have the longer arms and
They
everything.
do.
And it's better.
They do.
It's
Yeah, no,
better.
it does. It does look better. And I've tried some of the like face tuning things. You know what else is funny is that sometimes, you know, like if you at some random place, you ask somebody to take a picture of you and your friend or whatever,
Right.
you know, if they're taking it from like 30 feet back and they're like you're like this tiny in it,
Right.
or they cut off your head, or like you're thinking, okay, can you just take a couple pictures and then we're out of
Exactly.
here? And they do the most horrific job, and you're like, you can't call them back because they just did you a favor.
Right.
So you can't say,
It's
hey,
tough.
can you retake that? So yeah, there's so much pressure with
That's why
pictures.
there is an advantage to my mom not wanting to take pictures ever, because then I just have her to take pictures of
See?
me. So it does work.
And then, you know,
and
after
I do
a while-
the same thing to her. I'm like, I don't like the lighting
See?
on that. I don't like the angle.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. But you know that's true. Now, here's another advantage you have is that with your own, we'll just refer to your mom as personal paparazzi.
That's right.
Okay.
I
She
like
gets to
it,
know.
yes.
She gets to know your style, right? And like
Right.
what you like and what you don't. So she already knows not to do pictures from certain places.
Exactly.
Otherwise, because if you yell at her enough, she's going to get it right. And then but it takes years to train a mom. You know
does.
that. It does. You got a great mom, by the way.
No, I do. I have the best
Yeah,
mom. I have the best
I
mom.
love my mom too, and I gotta ask you something else personal because I'm getting to know you today too. Some things we don't. Let's get into nitty gritty.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. So my mom, when she calls me, even though I've known her my whole life, right? I have. You've known your mom your whole life too, probably.
I think so,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So when my mom calls me, first thing she says is, "Hi, Michael. This is your mom." And I don't know what it is, but does your mom ever identify herself?
No.
Really?
No. She's pretty cool with that.
Wow. Okay.
Because she has such. I can tell her from across
Yeah.
anywhere.
Well,
If
I
we
know
were in
my
a completely
voice
different
too, but-
country, I would know in 2
See,
seconds.
and listen, my mom's 75 now, and she will call me, and she still says, "Hi, Michael, this is your mom." It's just automatic, and I don't know how to respond to that.
You're like,
And yeah, and
oh,
you
is
know,
it? I don't believe you.
yeah, well, I had another dilemma. Now they just came out. I just got the iPhone 8 Plus or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
They had the 10X or whatever.
Right.
So, there's like 200 different phones to choose from. They got the iPhone, the Androids, and all that. And I was just like, hey, listen, I have no clue what to. You go, well, do you listen to a lot of music? I go, yeah. They go, okay, tell you what, we have this phone right here, the 8 Plus. It holds like, I don't know, 50,000 songs or one voicemail from your mother. So I decided just to go with the voicemail from my mom because I know that's like twice the memory. It was like 280 mega bytes or whatever. Don't tell her I said that. Mom, I hope you're not watching this show because I'm just teasing. Just
It's a
teasing.
joke.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
joke.
I love my mom. She's awesome. But
That's also true.
yeah, my mom leaves long messages, but it's okay.
Oh,
And
well,
then-
see,
then-
if I don't answer, my mom will kill me. So I
Oh.
don't really get voicemails that often. But when I do, they're screaming at
Thank
me
you.
because I
Thank you.
didn't answer the phone.
I just read something on Facebook where a girl was charged with harassment because she had went on a date off of one of those dating apps, and after the very first date, she literally texted the guy 65,000 times
my
within
gosh.
a day.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
even possible? Oh, my
I
goodness.
guess. I mean, when I dated Leanne, I was only 30,000. I mean, I was only half as bad trying to bother
Right.
her. But I couldn't
my
believe it. Yeah,
gosh.
but my daughter's kind of that way too. If I don't answer, she freaks out. Now she knows the difference between you can't just hit decline. You hit decline, they know you hung up. They know
Yes,
you're there.
exactly.
There's a secret
And I
to
get
it.
so mad when that happens, don't you?
I do. I have to wait for it to ring, finally go to voicemail.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I know she doesn't really know if I'm really there or I'm
Right.
not there. But if I just hit decline right away, she's like, you totally turned down my calls. I go, how do you know that? No, it just went to voicemail.
went
She goes,
straight
no,
to voicemail.
straight to voicemail. That doesn't happen. So yeah. Because if not, when you get the phone call, it says, would you hold and accept or
Right.
hang up and accept. But they're still ringing. They're still ringing. As soon as you hit I'm done, then you cut them off and they know it.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
true.
They need to come up with an app for that to cover us, trying to be
Or
sneaky.
like you could just answer your phone. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and this last app that I just downloaded today, it's a navigation app, and it has like maybe 60 phrases for you to say, and that way the navigation is called Waze, W-A-Z-E.
Oh, I love Waze. Yes.
I've never tried it before, so they said it will actually give you directions in your own voice or
I
somebody
didn't know
else's.
that. Oh,
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't know
you
that.
could like hit record and it'll say. So you have
Oh.
to say things like turn right and 0.2 miles. You know what I'm gonna do? I decided I'm gonna get my friend Ozzy, who's coming out in October. I'm gonna get him to do mine, and nobody will understand a word. What did he say? Turn right or left? I still won't get it. Like it'll be like how my real navigation is already.
It'd be very cool.
It would kind of be cool.
It'd be a once in a lifetime opportunity. I think it's worth it. You might get in an accident or something, but it's so cool.
Still.
He's doing
like,
your
well,
navigation.
Ozzy was telling me where to go,
Exactly.
and this is exactly what he said. They
he
replay
took me off
it.
the cliff, but it was him. So it's
Exactly. Like the black box in the airplane. This is the last thing in the recover is Ozzy giving me the wrong directions and steering me off a cliff, and then they'll have to interpret it. I'll be in court and trying to explain. Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know what started all that, man. How did we get so far off track?
It was great though. I don't know. Oh yes, the olive.
My favorite. She's my favorite.
You're so funny. Well, you're my favorite. But we're already at the last 5 minutes, which I can't believe this has gone by.
Holy smokes,
crazy.
you talk a lot.
I do. It's Corey Taylor Talks, though, so I guess that's how
It's not Corey Taylor's silent.
I
You
could
have an
talk
hour
a
of
lot.
just.
It could be meditation or something. There you go.
Wow, you are creative. You just boom, 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 boom. She's good. She's good.
But why don't we go over everything, where people can follow you, buy your artwork, buy your necklace, like I said, the cutest things in the entire world. Where can people follow you, see all up to date, all your shows you have coming up, everything?
Well, first and foremost would be the Nevada State Corrections Facility, Block C, and I'm in cell 12085.
I'll
Right?
type that down, yeah.
No, you can go to michaelgoddard.com. That's my website. You can see all the fun things like all the people that have gotten tattoos, over 200-something tattoos.
But you like
of my
the coolest tattoos, too,
Yeah,
by the way.
so that on Instagram, I'm at Goddard's Crazy Life. Of course, after we get married, Leanne will have her own at Goddard's Crazy Wife.
Oh, I love it.
Right? I know, right?
Love it. You better take it now before someone that's listening grabs
She
it.
did. No, she grabbed it.
Good,
She was
good.
smart.
There you
She
go.
was smart.
There you go.
And then my Facebook is official Goddard, like all one word, no spaces in between, and then Michael Goddard. But you know how it is. There's a lot of people with the same name, or a lot of people that are like fan sites or galleries.
Imposters,
imposters. Yeah. And then here in town, I mean, you got to check out the Rio. That's a great place, and you can go down to Planet Hollywood. Rio has some really cool stuff though. And then on every cruise ship you get on, and things like that. But we have lots of merchandise and crazy stuff going on. I'm just as long as you keep me employed, I will be good. Keep telling your listeners happy things about me. You guys keep sacrificing your limbs.
I know. It's so sad.
Yeah. I think that was in the last painting I did. I think it's the same one. But hard to tell. Thank you, Corey, so much.
Oh my gosh,
so
are you
kind to
kidding me? Thank
no, I'm
you
not
so
kidding.
much.
I love you so much. I love what you're doing. You're still going strong. You're still kicking
thank
butt.
you.
And I mean, I think I love, again, I'll say it again, like you're so genuine, and you're turning into a beautiful woman. I mean, you were only, it's only 3 years. You're 3 years older now. You're 4 years older now than you were. You're not any taller. I'm not either. But seriously, thank you so much for having me.
Oh my goodness.
You rock, girl.
Thank
really
you
do.
so much. You're the best.
Corey Taylor rocks. Not Corey Taylor talks. Corey Taylor rocks.
Oh, that could be the new one.
I like that.
And then you can be my host because you're the. Oh my goodness, you're the rock star of the art world. Oh my, we could co-host this show, Michael. I think we have a plan here.
Oh, I'm not worthy. It's a painting. Watch out.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Michael.
Corey.
Honestly, you're the best.
Oh, thank you.
It's
I have
really
so
an
much
honor.
fun. Thank you
my
so
goodness.
much.
It's a blast. And thank you guys so much for watching. Please go check out everything. Again, just look around and you'll see his paintings literally everywhere you go. They're the absolute best. And as you can see, the greatest person too. So cool. So thank you so much. I do.
Thank you, Corey.
Everyone, please go check him out. And remember, never give up, always believe, and you'll achieve. Thank you, and God bless.